easy to unrequited loves, dude. It's so sick. So fucking sick. In your ritual, man. In Kalandra League. Holy shit. Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Kalandra League 3.19. In this episode, I'm going to be going over my ritual strategy. It involves everything: ritual filling vessels, how to get more monsters, how to get more points, what order to do the rituals, all this cheesy stuff. I hope you guys enjoy the mechanics. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Hope you guys can learn something, and you can now min-max ritual yourself. Enjoy ritual. Thank you guys, and enjoy the video. Alright, so the tree for this ritual filling strategy, you could technically, I want to mention, you can do grand design, and then you could not care about these small passives, and it would turn it into pack size for notable atlas passive, so you would just want to stack as many of the notables as possible. But I like the smalls for ritual, for just doing ritual in general. You don't technically need it while you're filling, and you could get some juicier rituals, but I find that the way I'm running my maps, I'm getting enough ritual monsters where the vessels extra monsters is just more points. It doesn't actually get you more rewards. So my rituals, when I do the 4 vessel rituals later, which I'll explain all that in the video, the I get enough points, so I don't actually need more monsters. I needed them juiced enough, but I still want these rituals that I'm doing in the maps to actually be worth it too, on top of then the vessels extra. So this is my tree. Took all the ritual stuff, but because we're guaranteeing ritual through the sextant, I don't take the extra chance for ritual. We have it guaranteed. And then when I'm running vessels, you can't fill your vessels at the rituals anymore, so you can't get a blood-filled vessel from the final ritual with the sacrificial do node, so you could save a point. You could take this out. And I don't take this strongbox tamper-proof node because I'm using the +2 strongbox with strongboxes are corrupted and at least rare, so this node gets saved by the sextant. And I was doing this because I could use the extra 10 pack size and quant and rarity through the Shaping the Valleys to juice my rituals a little bit more, but like I said, through testing, I've found that my maps are good because I'm running really juicy 100 quant maps with crazy pack size. And I have all this stuff on it with the shrines and the sextants and the packs and then the strong boxes add to it too. So yeah, my point is that on the map device, I started choosing ambush instead of fortune favors the brave, so I don't care about the extra pack size. I wanted the extra strong boxes because then extra strong boxes is good even without doing the quant sextant, because just the strong box alone with these nodes gives you the double currency, double divination, and you get the operative strong boxes, you get the diviners, you get the Arcanus, and you're just printing. You're getting scarabs. It's like really good. And then the monsters, as long as you open the strong boxes on the ritual before you start the ritual, then the monsters get added. So I'm going to show you all that after. And then with this, I already had ran a bunch of my beasts, so I started using my Nikos, and I started delving. In 2 days, I went to 529 delve, 527, and basically I started adding sulfite to my maps through the master mission, and then you get extra 45 move speed, 3 max LE res, and you can get some sulfite as azurite, which is pretty cool. You could take more for the extra monsters and all this, but I found this good enough, and I unblocked Delhi because Mir can add monsters to the map. So pretty much this is the Shrine Maven Sextant, so you get Super Shrine with duration, and I have all the Shrine nodes, and Shrines get added to your ritual. The Strong Boxes, and then the Strong Boxes get added to your ritual. I'm doing Elder, Reliquary, Div, Ambush. The really important ones are Elder and Ambush, because these can get added to your ritual. This is just because it helps get more good loot, which is cool. And then right now I'm doing reflect maps, so I'm doing this reflect sextant, and I'll mention also that this adds rare monster packs. which is secretly broken because you want rares to get touches, and technically this is just adding touches to your map, and it's kind of insane. I'm using it for the reflect, but it's also just good. It's actually just really good. But that's how I'm running reflect, because it's hard to swap a ring for the reflect with the Yugul when I don't have a ring swap. Yep, feels bad, man. But yeah, I want to actually show the gameplay too. So these are my sextants. Shrine, ritual, plus 2 strongbox, and this. And then technically you don't have to run the strongbox, and you could run something else. Legion technically works, it's just not very good on Crimson Temple. And you could do like Rogue Exiles and Tormented Spirits, and that stuff technically works as well. Beasts work too, that's fine too, but I'm doing Sulfite right now. And the extra move spin shit is pretty nice. And I say it honestly, you get enough monsters added to your rituals anyways, and there is some benefit to making even juicier rituals, but like I'm already getting things of upwards in the like 200 and stuff, 100. They're pretty juicy. And this is filling every single ritual, not skipping any, because I filled like 3 tabs. And we're still gonna fill. So yeah, I'll show you the gameplay as well. So yeah, I've put the 4 sextants, and then I would select ambush, and then this will automatically stay selected after, as long as it doesn't bug. And then my scarabs again are elder, ambush, reliquary, div. You don't have to run these, but if I'm gonna do strongbox, I should probably run some strongbox scarabs, and they are worth it. And then the sextant 500 quant might not be worth it, unless you have like the Monstrous Treasure, or maybe you're doing Val Temple with the 10 extra Val Vessels, so I'll hide the mods. And then my strat here would be, honestly, skip everything, and I run to the boss room. And I started doing this because, well, you want your altars, and if you find the boss ritual, it's better to do it at the start, because then the boss respawns in every single ritual, and it gives you more points. So technically I'd be looking for the juiciest ritual. That's my first idea. This one was pretty good. It had a lot of monsters on it. I could just do it. We have an Ice Nova. Another one. Orb of Annulment full. Goddamn. We'll duplicate the bait. Nah, we'll get the flat basic currency. Okay, this one was pretty juicy. I'm just gonna do it, and we'll see how much we capture. So I'll show you how to capture, how many points we get, and actually like what it looked like when I was coming to the map. And is the aura effect, right? 112. That's a billion monsters. And you can see at the bottom 1945. So anything above like 1400 in the first ritual is really insane. So it's actually dependent on how many monsters were at the ritual site when I started. So like if I come to it and there was literally no monster around my ritual, and then I killed nothing and nothing gets sacrificed and it's already ready to be clicked, that's not good. That's a pretty bad. This one had like 50 monsters, 60 monsters. Oh, we're getting some more. We added a strongbox to it. It's summoned quite a lot. This one might reach 2, because look how it overlaps a little bit. Oh, we summoned like 40 monsters right there. Dude, okay, now my ritual's juicy. Let's go. Let's see how many points we get, and then we can capture it after. Right-clicking this, right-clicking the altar. You could die here, it still counts as completion. You could leave the map, and it still counts as completion. You could do whatever you want, but as long as you fill it. And you don't have to fill either. You don't have to do the vessel part, but the vessels makes for the juicy rituals and gets 1,000,000 points, and you get all these added monsters to your maps later, to your rituals. It's really insane. I'll check the loot after. There was a ritual right at the start. I don't think it had very many monsters then. Well, actually, it had a shrine and that. Oh, we could swap a water tile. I can't actually swap here because it'll ruin the whole thing. So let's just put a chaos here. Damn it. No reflect chef Kalandra 16 this time. Unlucky, dude. We got a difficulty 16 though. It looked pretty good. And let's see how many we got in this one. So we already have 200 monsters. Pretty good example of how the strongbox and all this shit adds extra monsters, and it's really insane when the stuff stacks. And like you could do Legion, you could do a Deli Mirror if it happens to find it. There's the essences I think count. There's beasts. There's so many things, so many options. And I found 2 unrequited loves and ages. Bunch of I've been doing ritual for quite a while this season, and yo, another 102. Oh my god, it's just a random map. Okay, here we go again. How many? That was a lot. Map dupe. There's even more. We're summoning extra influence. Okay, let's check how many. 9,000 points on a regular ritual. And like I said, you could go even crazier with a grand design tree and technically do other mechanics if you want. Technically, the first monsters of a harpy also counts. Not the additional spawns, but the first starting monsters of a harpy pack counts. And like sextants of pack size counts, and yeah, there's so many options here. We have 80. Ball lightning 21. So here, what I do is I honestly skip absolutely everything. I check, and definitely check divs, check your fractures, check your synthesis, check for enchants, check gems, check catalyst, check everything. But basically, I skip everything unless it's pretty good, and I'm saving the points because I want to maximize the amount of full pages I get. Because imagine ID'd fractures, ID'd synthesis, all of this just in a nice window. You're just vendoring. It's really nice. And so, boom. You could look at your stuff. Mortal Hope's pretty cool. Increased stun duration. +1 fizz. You could defer that. And then I would prefer to defer here and save my points again rather than spend them, so I don't have them. Because what if something really expensive came up in this last window and I needed to buy it? Because, for example, I saw 2 unrequited loves that cost 16,000. I wouldn't have that many, so you'd have to defer it, and you have to pay 15% of the item's original cost to defer it. This item will reappear in a later area, discounted by 10% of its original cost. More valuable items can take longer to reappear. So the point is, you need the points to be able to defer 15% of the 16,000. And it's quite a lot, and so if you wasted your points, then you can't do it. Yeah. So here we could grab half a vessel. Here's a void. Here's a stack deck. This seems all really good. Could even take the % life jewel. And I showed you stored like 400 monsters in the vessels. And then these vessels are basically scarabs, and they force rituals. So you could just run, instead of the sextant, I could just run one of these vessels, and it guarantees ritual, which you could start to think about, oh wow, this sextant's expensive. I would rather just use one scarab of this vessel that I filled with monsters, and it actually makes all of the ritual juicier. This makes all of the ritual for that whole map, just with one vessel, have 80 monsters extra. And then it's like you have an extra ritual almost. It's like 5 if you think about it. If one of my rituals had this, then this is like a 5th ritual to your... And it's like 8 if I add 4 of them to a map. And I also... Yeah, it's a lot of points after. So then, rituals have 20% improved favor rewards. They spawn faster, and they have more monster max life. So, monsters alive, sorry. So, the point is, when you stack them up, then you're seeing a lot of, like, crazy loot. And, you could just do one, and it does already amplify the loot a little bit, and it already forces the ritual where you won't need the sextant. There's many ways to do this. But you could also do 4, and then that's the old way that people would get, like, to see mirrors and stuff as fast as possible. It may not be the most profit per cost, but then it would be like the most cool loot. You probably have to, if you're doing 4 vessels, you have to hit it big, otherwise, because it's such a high cost to do 4 vessels, and then you're actually giving up other scarabs to run it as well, and you're all in on rituals. So you could actually just do the 1 vessel. You could do no vessels. You don't even have to fill them. You could just use the sextant and run regular ritual too, as long as you get these juicy rituals where you have enough points to actually buy the stuff. That's really important, because if you have no points, then you can't buy or defer anything and can't reroll. So you need the monsters, you need the slightly juicy stuff. So like I said, I number one, definitely shrines for my for my ritual, and then second I've done like influence and elder influence and Delimir, and then third would be like the strong boxes because I like strong boxes so much. And I like strong boxes on Crimson Temple because the div cards can drop from the chest explosion in the chest, and it doubles. And it's map specific. Alright, guys, are you ready? I found this ritual. I was like, yo, this one's really juicy. Like, it had this bunch of influence, and then it also has extra. So I've started to do some weird shit. Don't worry about my altar choices. It's mostly because I don't want to pick up, like, Eldritch currency and shit at this point. I want to just see some cool loot drop on the ground, so I'm picking, like, more chances of mirrors and div. I'll pick Scarab still in the normal, like, really, really good stuff, but I'll skip, like, Eldritch Currency now. I don't even have the node to upgrade it anyways and double it, so... This one has so many monsters, though. Look at the points. And it was just, like, a pretty small area. 80 monsters. It was those... This one seems pretty messed up, though. Not that many monsters. And the one up there was really bad, too. I'm gonna look for the last one. Be right back. Okay, so these three rituals just didn't have a lot of monsters. Watch this. So we went from, like, I wanted to show more examples, because just showing one, like, cherry-picked 400 fucking monster map is the same strat. I didn't change anything. 33, 80, so just to get some realistic expectations. And then my point is that I'm going to be running these as 4s, so then it almost doesn't even matter kind of how many points or how many monsters. And it was just running ritual and having it good enough. But doing them in the order of your more juicy one is really helpful for points. This is really impactful when you don't get, like, heavily juicy rituals every single time because of the map layout. It's actually the map. It's what it's doing to Legion. It fucks up Blight. It messes up so many mechanics. This one... The trick is just pick your really, really juicy one first because it actually resummons. Ah, this one had a lot. I just didn't think. It was in the corner. 91 apparently. 91 in that one. There's one more. Let me show you. Alright, this one had some, right? But I don't know. Let's find out. Ooh, a free blood. Oh my god, this one had 1,000,000 monsters. I'm just stupid. So yeah, it's hard to keep track of, apparently. It's hard to see how many and then yeah, you can't fill it when it's already automatically filled from the node. So technically, this node is not necessary. This point is just literally it's not very high value. Okay, you can see that this was just one blood-filled vessel after 10 final rituals. It's not a big deal. So you could take that out, you could save some points. And then the other one was that it just, you wouldn't have to click it, so you save a whole vessel, and it automatically fills it. And then you can't use this when you're doing actual running the vessels anyways. So I only had one that was really bad, and I apparently ran it second. Damn. Let's check the loot though. Yeah, so you could take splinters. You don't get these splinter options when you use these as scarabs, adding monsters to your map and forcing ritual this way instead of the sextant. But I don't normally buy them unless it's the last page and I don't have anything else to buy, because I like to save the points. Exsanguinate chain. Cool. You could check jewels, check the cards, because sometimes this stuff that doesn't show up on the filter, it might look like it's not showing up on the filter just because it's bad, but you actually, if it doesn't have enough if you don't have enough points to buy something, it'll also be grayed out like this, so you have to check the grayed out stuff sometimes if it's really good, if it can be good, like a fracture. Gems, Polish reliquary. And then here you would probably take the vessels because it's at next most value. And then because I felt like some people don't know what I meant by this, you could literally take these vessels and instead of the ritual sextant, yeah, you could just put these vessels. You could put one with a map and it counts as a ritual guaranteed. But then you could actually put four and it like, yeah, it does the stacked 80% improved favor rewards faster and more. And it has all of these monsters and it's really juicy and that's what I'm going to be doing after. I don't know if I'll profit, but it'll be fun. And one of the main ways to have the most fun with it is inspired learning, getting all those rares, stealing the buffs. And then having Explode Animate Guardian to clear the ritual really fast, really well. But yeah, I have to fill up all these, and then I'm going to be doing a different tree for this after, because I won't have these scarabs, so I won't have the ambush. I technically have an extra sextant after, and I'll want to make sure that I use like a pretty juicy map at least, so I get good points, and I could even get loot out of the monsters from the ritual too. Like I got an apothecary out of my loot explosion on my ritual before, so the monsters do matter and the loot and the quant still matters besides just the vendor for the rituals. So yeah, but we could take off Strongbox when we're running just the ritual vessels, and you could put on like Beyond, and you could put a Beyond Sextant, and for that I would just spec into Fiendish Opulence. That's all you need. And then you could also run more of the Delirium Mirror, like Singular Eternity and Descent into Madness, and maybe even the increased chance of the Mirror of Delirium. And you could even run a Delirium Sextant. It's mostly like just trying to juice up your ritual, getting extra value out of it. Yeah, since now you have all those added monsters for the ritual, might as well get more out of it. I'll also probably make a video going over the loot from all of these vessels, because like it's a lot of vessels. It was a lot of time farming these up, and maybe I'll have a different plan of how I actually farmed them after, but my plan for now is definitely Beyond Delirium Mirror makes the most sense, and then just run my ritual vessels, and yeah, we won't have these extra scarabs, but it's fine. Should be really good. I could even run it on conch maps for the extra 20 pack size, 20 quant. I could get 30 extra pack size out of the Shaping the Valleys with the Fortune Favors the Brave and this if I wanted to for filling them too. It's really, there's so many ways to get pack size in the game currently for Ritual. I wanted to show one more. This one is disgusting. So I hit a deli mirror. My boss room was pretty insane. Also, I want a warning. Suppressive Ritual is bad. Why is it bad? It lags. It literally just, your GPU will lag more when you do a suppressive ritual. It reminds me of the stun towers, seismic towers from Blight. Is just more laggy than the other stuff. You could do all the other rituals. This one's more laggy. There was a lot of monsters on this one too. How many on the first one? 56 plus the boss. Now this one. This had a lot. It was really good. Got some toxics. Suppressive. Getting some delirium shooting at me. Nice. Okay, let's check it out. 99, and then we have another one right here too. This one was, I think, the best. Technically, if I was cherry picking to try to get the most points here, I would have picked this one first. It had so many monsters. But yeah, I'll just send my stuff off screen. We'll lag it up a little bit. Oh, apparently if the suppressive isn't on your screen, you don't lag. It's only when you can see it. Oh, look, now that one's not that bad. When I'm in it, I got more laggy. When I saw the red... Oh, 22. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop showing it now. It's fucking annoying. I feel it, though. I'm lagging. Alright, nice. How many did we get? 129 in that one. Where's the last one? Really nice map, though. Hit the deli. Ice Nova. We'll block these and then we'll swap around. So I was gonna do this, I think. So we'll start it here and we'll move it from here. I start building the path, and I leave the first 2 spots open for the entrance. Where's the last one? Nice deli. That extra chance for deli is pretty sick. There it is. We'll see. That was a decent amount of monsters. Had the whole entire shrine plus this. Let's get some div. Let's check it out. 8,000 points. My extra 2, I took it out of the extra vessel, and another useless point, I was gonna put it into literally anything. I'm just not. I'm not sure what to put it in yet. I was thinking technically I could take out this Azurite thing. I could get some extra monsters guarding my sulfite nodes. There's so many options. Let's do that. Blink arrow. I got diviners, polished ambush. We got Dex. And 212? What the hell? Dude, I didn't see 212. Holy shit. Final tree for the strat was Sacrificial Dew, and I took the extra hunting season to get some extra Einhorn missions and you complete the map. It's pretty good, and I like this tree a lot. And like I say, you could up the pack size by doing Shaping the Valleys, doing Fortune Favors the Brave, using Conqueror maps, and using Martial Forces. And you could also go different sources of adding monsters to it. But this is my route. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed my ritual guide tutorial of how to fill these vessels, how to make some juicy rituals, why I've been doing it, and then how to actually roll your stuff and how to pick the order of your rituals, how to get more points out of your rituals. Hope all this helps, and I hope you enjoy Ritual League, dude. Hope you guys can make it rich. Thanks for watching. If you guys made it to this part in the video and you've ever ran a ritual and you didn't know what the hell was going on, or why you got so little points, or why there were so little monsters, you didn't know what the vessels did, hit that like button. If you guys hit that like button, you're new to the channel. Hit that subscribe button so you guys are notified of the next video and my next content. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!